All right, I just finished getting the perm off my face. I meant to tell you also that you don't have to use perm. I started out using an S-curl, I think, or a texturizer. Then after a while, it really wasn't getting it as straight as I want, so I upgraded to the Motions perm later on. But if you can zoom in, Zeke, my son is on the camera right now. My daughter was on there earlier. But you can see that the hairs are a lot smoother now. They're laying down easier. They're easier to manage, especially when you get ready to put the perm on your face. Okay. Now, while my face is still sort of damped, moistened by the perm, I use my straight razor now, and I kind of like the sharp edges. So I'm going to show you how I kind of do that with the straight razor, and then I'm going to stop filming, go and trim my whole face, and then come back. Okay, so I always start right from here. I like the squared look, the lines. I'm going to hit that. Again, if you're not comfortable with the straight razor, you can go to a professional. You can use any kind of razor you like. It's really up to you on how you do that.
I know you're gonna do.
Nice, straight, smooth. Nice, straight, and smooth. The cornered edges, nice, smooth, nice, and squared. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face. If you can see, it's not trimmed up as well as it can be. I'm gonna hit it here in a few moments. I will say under here, I use a regular razor to get this under here, and then use the razor on the outside, because I don't know how to do this on my own here. My wife's not here to do it. So I'm gonna use a regular razor under here and a straight razor on the top, okay? All right, see you back in a few minutes. All right, I am back. Zoom in a little bit, please, sir. As you can see, I made my edges. I've made it sharp, crispy, clear. I like what I'm looking at. I like how it looks. I like the sharpness of it. Most of the time, I jack it up around the size, because I use the regular razor and I really can't see as well. So sometimes I end up going to an actual barber shop and having them to trim it up for me and actually line it up for me, make it a lot better for me. Okay. I want to make note here that when I first started using the straight razor, I cut myself. It took this. I've been using this for a long time, so I caution you, if you're going to use a straight razor, that you're very careful with it. If you have to go let somebody else trim you up first, and then do it, line you up, and then go back and do your own Bigen, that's up to you. But again, I caution you, because I did cut myself the first time. Not bad, but as a matter of fact, first several times I cut myself, nicks everywhere. But after a long time of use, I got better and better and better. And I can't remember now the last time I cut myself, because everything went well for me. Again, so I want you to take a good close look at the black and white, how it looks. Now, because I have used the razor on the edges, because I have used some chemicals on my face, it's tingling a little bit, which means that my pores are wide open. I want to tell you that when you use the Bigen, it's going to sting your face, sometimes worse than others, but No permanent damage that I've incurred, but it might sting your face. So it's just all depends. Now, from there, the Bigen, again, the stuff that I use, number 59, it comes packed with pretty much everything that you need already. Set of instructions. You know, I use these the first couple times, but now I know exactly what I'm doing, so I don't use them anymore. Comes with the set of gloves. I normally use one set of gloves about 4 times. So it just all depends on how many times I bought Bigen, but it depends on how many pair of gloves I have. Got a set here that I think it's time to trash them, so I'm going to use a new set right here. Now, in mixing the Bigen, I don't necessarily use my gloves because it's not needful, but when I get ready to put it on my face, I will. Now, the question you would have to ask yourself is, how much Bigen do I need to mix to cover the size of the face or the size of the beard? I have no idea. When I first started, I played with it. Sometimes I had way too much Bigen left over. I had to trash it, or I've oftentimes saved it, put it in the freezer, in the refrigerator, and when it was time to do it again, I used what I had, mixed some more stuff with it, and went that way. Sometimes I didn't have enough, had to make more. It's a trial and error thing. You know, I got a feel for it now, how much I think I need. In addition to that, you know, it's just how much you want to put on there, how heavy, how thick you want it to be. I think you, based on what I've done, you don't want it. You want it kind of a little bit, kind of like applesauce. That thickness, maybe a little less than applesauce. So you know, my measuring is by the eye on how much I use. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm gonna let my son zoom in. Can you see that in there, inside the cup here? Do you see the cup? Yeah, I don't, again, probably a quarter of the bottle, I guess. Almost half, a quarter of the little small bottle that I used is about enough that I'm gonna need for my face.
Show them.
Okay. When you letting a young person help you, like my son, I told him to be quiet, so he's the cameraman, but he insists on talking. So bear with us on this. All right. Nothing spectacular in mixing this. A little water at a time. What I think I need, about a quarter of a cup, you know, or less than that, maybe. And you just mix it up. And it'll seem very liquidy at first, but as you can see, it's thickening as I stir. And if it gets too, and it's gonna expand, by the way. So when you think you have a little, you actually got a lot. And as you can see, that's kind of like the pudding consistency. But I want applesauce consistency. So I'm gonna get a little bit more water. Plus, it's going to make it go a little bit more, a longer way for me when I mix it. Okay, once I mix it, it's a brown color. I normally let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so, to go ahead and let that black color come on through. And when I return, I'll show you how I apply it to my face. All right, we'll see you shortly.